Hello and welcome back to RC Legends. I've got something really cool to show you today. This is a clone of something from the late 80s and it is absolutely off the chart in my opinion. I absolutely love it, and as soon as I saw it I had to have it. And it is this. So it's made by a company called Bluebird, I believe in Japan, and it's called the Super Baja. And for me, just the picture on the box sold it to me. So first of all, I've got to give a massive thank you to my good friend Philippe, who contacted me. I think he was moving house, said he's got a couple of kits he wants to get rid of. Am I interested in buying them? So obviously, send me the pictures, what you've got. First picture he sent me was this. I've never seen this RC car before. I didn't even know this RC car existed. As soon as I saw it, I was like, how much do you want for that? I love it. And I ended up buying a second car at the same time off him, and you'll see that in another video. But I wanted to show this one first because, in my opinion, this is just something rather special. So yeah, it's a clone. So obviously we'll bring a camera over. I'm going to show you it all close up. But the car itself, or the chassis itself, is pretty much almost identical to the Kyosho Optima chassis. Even the box colour and stuff, and then obviously the decals on it are very Optima mid-ish, aren't they? Love this thing. And here's the car. It's funny, I'm just going to nerd out for a little moment, so forgive me. There's a thing in the RC hobby that I absolutely adore, and I've talked about it many times, and that's coming across an RC car you didn't know existed. It's happened quite a few times to me. The first one I can remember was a Tamiya Intruder. Didn't know Tamiya did an RC car, and as soon as I saw it, it didn't even see the chassis. I was like, love that. Exactly the same with this. Didn't even know about the chassis. All red alloy. Everything's red alloy on it. It was just a body shape. Absolutely love it. I just think it is so unique. And yes, it's got traits of lots of other RC cars from the 80s on the body shell and the chassis, but nevertheless this is its own thing, and I honestly love it. It's so different. I posted pictures of it on the RC Legends Facebook group and Instagram actually, and I was quite surprised in some of the comments. A lot of people, not a lot, but quite a few people said it's okay, but it's very toy grade looking. I don't see that. I've got to be honest. This is pure 80s design, in my opinion. I mean, when you say it's very toy grade looking, and then obviously you look at like the Tamiya cars and the Kyosho cars of the late 80s, the Bigwig, the Boomerang. I'm just trying to think of. Can't think of any Kyoshos right now off the top of my head. But you know what I mean? They're made to look. They had character. This has character. Anyway, this is just my personal take on it. Absolutely love it. Unique tyres, unique wheels, red anodized shocks, 4-wheel drive, belt driven even, and this super futuristic body shell. So a few people have said it looks like the Haribo. Oh, forgot my name of it. It's on tip of my tongue. Haribo Invader. Yeah, I can see that because it's skinny front end and then these sides, but my opinion, it looks way better than the Invader. As you know, I absolutely love this thing. That's my point. I saw it and I had to have it. Let's bring a camera over and you guys and girls can have a close-up look at this. Right then, let's get into this. Got to start with the box. I love it. Even the box I love. It's crazy. Yeah, you know everything about it. You want to see the car, don't you? Interesting thing, it's quite a deep box, and the actual back of it, all the box inside is polystyrene. Look at that picture. It's got some serious ride height on it, and there's not a great deal you can do about that. Oh, that polystyrene's horrible. Right, I don't know if I've said this earlier, and if I have, I apologise, but to me personally, this is one of the seriously better looking RC cars from the late 80s. It just 100% works for me, the design of it. Look at that. Only, I wouldn't say problem, it's been hand painted, well brush painted. It's almost got like a pearl effect, but the wing is well, I was going to say slightly, it is a kind of different white. It doesn't even look like a dirty white. It kind of looks like a completely different colour. Yeah, I mean, if I was going to run it, it needs work. It's not what you would call free. The rear diff feels really good. Front equally as good. But if I hold that down, try to do the overall drive, and just get a good grip. Oh, of this. You can do it, but it's quite tight. But yeah, I'd rather sort of strip it down and have a look, what's going on. Look at that thing. Let's take the body posts off, body clips off. See what's under the hood, as they say. Look at that. I'll just show you that body very quickly. Very, you can even see brush marks on it. The polycarbonate Lexan is solid. It really is. Decals are lifting, unfortunately. Not a great deal I can do about that because obviously we don't have reproductions of this thing, which is a shame. And you don't have a reproduction body shell for it. So that's why it's really crucial that I've got it in this condition. So yeah, can you just about see the Optima in this? I know it's quite difficult to see. Oh my goodness, it's basically a full Optima. So again, 4-wheel drive, belt driven, full chassis, red alloy, shock towers, red alloy. I mean, I'm saying it's full Ultima. It is quite a bit different in areas, especially that front end where the Optima has the two different metal plates and the shocks are not on an angle. If you look at this, how those front shocks are really angled, leaning back. I'll show you underneath. Absolutely incredible. And of course, they finished it off with the rear motor guard. Got an interesting black motor in it with a white end bell. Doesn't have, from what I can see, any markings on it. That's an interesting motor. Once we do get into this, we'll take that out and see. Plastic hubs. Of course, tyres. They're very Optima, well, general chaos show like the OT660s, but different, as you can see. Big patterns of blocks missing. And the wheels. Very unique wheels on the car. Now, if you can see the direction of the fins, they're going the same way. They actually made all four wheels the same. So on that side, those wheels, fins are the correct way around, but obviously on the other side, they're going the opposite way. Nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. But, I mean, that's pretty much all I can show you. I know nothing about this thing. Little motor guard on the back. Very small pinion on it. Just looking if it's got a slipper. I won't imagine for a minute it's got a slipper on it. Also uses dog bones, doesn't have UJs. Not a massive amount of steering, but not too bad. So it's funny, like the steering arms are bent, but they're bent in the same direction. It looks like it's supposed to be like that. The rear shock tower is bent as well, but to me, I don't think it was like that. I think that's happened. So I'll straighten that up. But well, I'm saying I'll straighten it up. I'll definitely have a look at it first because straightening that up is going to really angle that shock. So it's quite possible that that's how it was meant to be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll have to leave in the comments what you think to it. If you think that looks toy grade, you'll have to let me know. I don't see it personally. I just see 80s. That's all I see. And again, if you like it as much as I do, stick that in the comments as well, because as these vintage RC cars go, even though it's a clone, which really doesn't bother me, it's an absolute beautiful thing. That suspension definitely wants looking at. Way too much ride height, but there's not a lot you can do about that. So that's it. Stick in the comments what you think. If you don't like it, I mean, if you don't like it because it's a clone, then that's on you, I guess. There were many clones back in the late 80s. But For me personally, this is a special one. Obviously, never seen one before. Pretty sure I've never seen one. Obviously, you do see stuff over the years, but it's not something that I remember seeing anyone else having. They won't have made a ton of these, will they? So to have one in this condition, it's just off the chart. It really is. If you do have any information on this car, please leave that in the comments as well. I'm fascinated to learn stuff. You know, that's what I kind of get off on. So cool. Does need a little bit of work mechanically for the overall drive. I need to have a look at it. But I would definitely like to take this for a little toddle, because I think, you know, with it being the kind of Optima style chassis, we know how good that car runs. So if this is, you know, 3/4 as good, and it's got this really cool body set on it, that could be quite an enjoyable running video. Just absolutely adore it. Philippe, if you're watching, cannot thank you enough, my friends. Absolutely off the chart. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, I do. As always, thanks so much for watching. It's massively appreciated. If you are new to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, say hello, make sure you subscribe, and turn the notifications on. That's all I ask for our weekly video. Why do I say our? It's just me. For my weekly videos. And as always, my friends, the Bluebird Super Baja, absolutely class. Happy RCing.